Welcome back to All Things Plastics YouTube. My name is Nurse Jalen.
And I'm Nurse Jasmine.
And today we are going to be giving you the 10 supplies that you need for your BBL procedure. These supplies are very important to have a safe and speedy recovery. So let's get right into it. Nurse Jasmine, take it away with our first supply.
So the first supply is going to be Hibiclens. You're going to use this starting 3 days before your surgery. It's an antibacterial soap. You use it all over the body. Don't use it in your hair. Make sure you get inside of your belly button really good because that's typically where your doctors put one of the incisions. And you won't use this after surgery. So once you have your surgery, you're done with it. So you'll get rid of it.
Throw it in the trash.
Yeah, but it's really necessary before your surgery.
Yes, it gets all the extra bacteria and germs off you to prevent infection.
Exactly.
Our second supply that you need are puppy pads, also known as chucks. These are very important. You can pretty much buy them anywhere at your local grocery store or even a pet store or Amazon. These are disposable chucks that you will place anywhere that you sit or lay. Your car, Nurse Jasmine has them right there for you. Your car, your bed, your sofa, your dining room table, you will be leaking a lot after your lipo BBL procedure, and you will have multiple drainage points. So it is important, if you don't want to get your stuff ruined, put these disposable chucks down, and once they get soiled, throw them in the trash, and then you can place down new ones. I would say at least buy 100 pack just to be safe, and buy the bigger ones if you can.
Yes,
Don't buy the small cheap. Don't buy the small cheap thin ones because they rip so easy. And then it's just a waste of your money. So make sure you're buying a decent size chuck and that they're a little bit thicker. They're not the really cheap ones. And to touch on this, on our Amazon storefront page, we also have the washable pads that go under your sheets to prevent your mattress from getting soiled. So these ones, you should only need one or two, probably two to be safe. They're pretty cheap. And they're just an extra liner under your sheet so you don't ruin your mattress. And then you have your sheet and then you have your disposable chucks.
Yeah.
So you keep everything nice and clean. So these are very important, very important.
I've seen some people do some crazy things like putting a shower curtain liner underneath as like a mattress protector, but I don't know how comfortable that would be.
That is such a pain in the ass because it's just this big plastic bubble under you. And every time you move and shit is just sliding all over the plastic. I get it for maybe the back of your car on transport, but honestly, the shower curtain is such trash. Just buy these disposable chucks
and then you can reuse them for whatever. And then usually it's just as an extra protectant if the pads move around and then it gets on the sheet so it doesn't get to your mattress. But I would say it's an investment. Definitely get the washable pads as well on top of the extra large puppy pads or chucks.
Yes. Now, our supply number 3, Nurse Jasmine, disposable pillowcases.
I also have it here because we do private duty sometimes for our BBL patients. So this is what it looks like. So especially if you're staying at a hotel or Airbnb, if you don't want to just throw away the pillows after, or actually regardless, you should be getting these to protect your pillows from any drainage because you're going to be laying on your stomach after your surgery if you're having just 360 lipo BBL, and to protect the pillows from getting drainage all over it, you'll have one under the belly and then one above the breast so your breasts are floating. I think they also come in a 100 pack. They're fairly inexpensive just to save yourself the hassle of ruining all of your pillows.
And with these pillows, what we found beneficial is to double line them. So put one disposable pillowcase on one way and then the other disposable pillowcase on the other because they are fairly thin, but when you double line them, they do provide a lot of protection. Like she said, especially if you're staying at an Airbnb or hotel, you don't want that extra charge because there's blood on your sheets.
You'll ruin everything.
Number 4 for our supplies are Depends or briefs. We don't like to use the term diapers, but they are the pull-up adult briefs. Jasmine has them right there for you. Yes. These are a must.
Yes.
You will have incisions on your sacrum and you will have incisions on the top of your pubic area that will be leaking constantly. Also, with your faja, most of the time that faja has a hole in between the legs so you can go pee. So you don't just want to be walking around with your privates out. At least the diaper has some privacy and it will also catch the fluid that is leaking after your lipo BBL.
And I just want to make a note because I always recommend these to my patients and they're like, so I use the restroom in this? No. You do not go to the restroom in the brief.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is
Do not go pee or poo in this brief.
Please don't do it.
Oh my gosh.
You are only using this to help catch the excess fluid and also using it like a double as an underwear, but don't go to the restroom in this.
You
like,
should
that's
be
not what this is
walking your
intended
nice
for.
booty to the bathroom and using the
because you need to
toilet
get
like a
up and
normal
walk.
human being.
You need to get up and walk around anyways. And another thing that I've noticed a lot of my private duty patients is they buy a size small. You're not gonna be a size small.
I tell everyone, buy a large or an extra large. I don't care if
don't
you're
even
a
buy the
tiny
large.
girl.
Buy an extra large.
Buy an
and
extra
if you're a
large.
little bit thicker, buy a double XL on those, because you are so swollen. Your butt is 3 times the size it's going to be. You're not going to fit into a small.
And if you have
foam
pads, and if you have your faja, you're putting this small, extra small brief over you, and it's too tight. You can't even get it on or off. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
It's ripping. Even if you're a size small or medium now, everyone should be buying a large, extra large, or a 2X if you're already a thicker girl.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why. It is. Like, maybe you are normally a small in your pants, but don't buy a small right after surgery. I had a patient.
Do it.
And it was like cutting off her circulation. I said, no.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
just take it.
Don't do it. Just take it off.
Yeah, please. I was like, I don't know. That's too tight. You don't want to have anything too tight after surgery. So
now, speaking on bathroom, number 5, we have our female urinal. Now, if you are an OG from TikTok and you saw our supplies video there, we showed you what a female urinal looks like. And if not, we'll include a photo here. Jasmine has negative opinions on this. I still think it's a very cool and innovative tool that someone made for post-surgery. I think it helps. A lot of you guys cannot properly sit on the toilet just because you're in so much pain or the faja's too tight. So the female urinal, I think, is an advantage to some people. But unlike Jasmine, who recently had surgery, she hated the damn thing. She dropped it in the toilet in the middle of the night. She threw it away. She was so over it.
I think I already had like negative perceptions of it because I was just like, in my opinion, like, you don't have to sit directly on the toilet to go pee, right? Like, you can hover over it and pee. So I feel like you don't have to put pressure on your buttocks regardless. But like, the female urinal is like you're peeing in it and then it's just like sitting there on the top of your toilet. Is that really sanitary? I don't know. I just don't. I'm a germaphobe. I don't like it. And then, yeah, it fell in the toilet literally on the first night after surgery. I tried to give it a try. Fell in the toilet, and I said, I'm done with this thing. I threw it in the trash.
So it's a no-go from Jasmine, but it's still a go from me. But I personally haven't used it firsthand, but I've seen other patients use it, and it does work for some patients. So I think it's cheap enough to try it, to have it in your supplies. And if it doesn't work, then make adjustments. But I think that the female urinal is a should have. So it's included in our top 10.
Yes. I mean, it is helpful so that you don't have to sit on your toilet directly on your butt and apply pressure on your butt, but I didn't think it was necessary. That's just me.
We'll carry on with number 6.
Jasmine. The number 6 top supply, I would say, is body wipes. So they have body wipes, like bathing wipes, that you should have, because the first 2 days you're not allowed to shower. And then during surgery, you're not allowed to wear deodorant. So right out of surgery, you're already like stinky. You're in a hot freaking garment. You're leaking a bunch of fluid everywhere. So in order to wipe your body down, give yourself like a little bird bath with these wipes, I think that it's absolutely necessary to have the body wipes.
And primarily, you can't really find the specific type, the McKesson ones, in store. So we do have them on our Amazon storefront page under BBL Supplies. They typically are in a blue and white package. They are fragrance-free. They're extra large, and they do the job very well. They're pretty much hospital-grade wipes.
Yes, so that's exactly what they use in the hospital, like to give you a bed bath. They'll use those wipes.
Yeah, so they're very good, and unless you buy them from a medical supply store, which most of you wouldn't even know where to look anyways, go ahead and buy them on Amazon. They're pretty affordable, and you should only need 1 pack. 1 pack should be more than plenty to get you through your recovery.
The first 2 days, yeah. After that, you should be showering every day.
Number 7, the famous pregnancy pillow, which Jasmine also used in her recovery, and then she threw it away, which is mind-blowing to me. And we're not going to get into that, because why would you even throw away that pillow? I would have taken it. I would have washed it and taken it, because I sleep on my side with pillows anyways. So
it is so large. First of all, I'll just say that pillow was so helpful, saved my life, because it was really comfortable and helped me sleep a lot better and helped me position when I was sleeping on my back for the first week, just because I had the breast augmentation and my arms, and it was so hard. Like, I couldn't even push myself up. There was no way I was going to be sleeping on my stomach. But that thing is pretty bulky, and my apartment is very small.
It was bulky,
my apartment
but it did the job.
Yeah.
And what we did is we took the pillowcase liners and we also lined the BBL pillow just so she wouldn't get it nasty and wet and gross. So we also used the pillowcase, the disposable pillowcase covers for that as well. But definitely the pregnancy pillow, which we also have on our Amazon storefront, is a must. It's a little bit more expensive, but for proper positioning and for your comfort for at least a week, it's definitely a
It's worth
supply
it,
that is
honestly.
needed.
Yeah, I think it was like 50 or $60 and it was worth it. And you can take the little, what is it, the cover off and wash it if needed. So
Uh-huh.
that was beneficial too. The number 8 supply that we're going to recommend is having a BBL pillow. So most doctors will supply this for you. However, some doctors don't. So purchase one off of Amazon. You're typically not supposed to use it for the first week after surgery, but once you're clear to use the BBL pillow for driving or just sitting up at the table, if you really want to sit down, really good and necessary for that.
For number 9, as we're on the pillow topic, extra pillows. Now, if you buy the pregnancy pillow, you might not need as many pillows, but say if you opt out and don't buy the pregnancy pillow, buying a pack of at least a 4-pack of pillows on Amazon is very beneficial. So I think about 4 to 6 pillows are needed. Amazon sells them by the pack. They're basic pillows. And after you're done, you can save them for guests or you can donate them or you can throw them away if they're dirty. But having extra pillows is definitely a must because you are going to have to be positioning yourself.
And it's pretty cheap. You can even get them at Costco or Target, and like they come in 2 packs and they're like 15
Yeah.
bucks or
And I
10 bucks.
think
It's
why
really
we
cheap.
liked Amazon is because we found a 4-pack.
Oh,
A
okay, got it.
4-pack rather than just having 2 and having to buy multiple. You can buy a
Amazon is very
4-pack and then a
convenient.
2-pack.
Everything gets
It's very
delivered to your door.
and it's part of the Amazon Basics, so it's even cheaper if you were to go to Target or Walmart
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that. So definitely check that out. Pillows, whether it's the pregnancy pillow or just extra pillows, it is needed.
The last important supply that we recommend purchasing at number 10 is going to be ABD pads, or you can use maxi pads. So I have these maxi pads
Yes.
here. I use these specifically on my arms. Like I said, I had little drains and then I wrapped it around my arm. I didn't actually take off the adhesive sticky part of it, but just to help catch that excess fluid that was draining. And then you can also put it where your drains are in the pubic area and in the backside. Some doctors put a drain back there, some don't. I didn't have a drain on my backside, so it wasn't really leaking from there, but the front I definitely was. So it's just like an added extra precaution to help catch that excess fluid.
And if you are having extended lipo, so they're taking out extra fat, extended lipo 360, they are putting way more tumescent into you to break up that fat to lipo it out. You are going to even be leaking more than regular. So having those abdominal pads or those maxi pads definitely help from getting that fluid everywhere.
Yeah.
So I would look into that.
And definitely purchase enough for the first week, because the first week after surgery you will be draining. It'll significantly lessen as the week goes on, but for the first week you'll be draining.
And I believe the maxi pads come in packs of, I think, 25. And say you're using at least, if you have your front and your back, and if you got arm lipo, that's already 3 areas. And if you're going to be changing it a minimum 3 times a day, you're already using 6 a day. So do the math and say, okay, I need it for 7 days or I need it for 5 days, and see if you might want to buy a second pack just to have on back stock. So you're not stressing out at recovery and trying to look on Amazon and wait 2 days for a delivery. So make sure that you do the math and see how many that you will possibly need after your recovery.
And any of these like unused items, if you're like, oh, I'm never going to use this again, and you feel like, oh, I purchased too much, you can always donate it. So it'll go to a good cause.
You can, if they're not used, you can drop it off at your local Goodwill, or
Like a
give
homeless
it to a
shelter.
friend or a homeless shelter. Or if you know anyone having regular surgery, you can keep it on backstock if your parents or friends or anyone. They're also just good supplies to have for the future.
Yes.
So those are our 10 supplies that you will need for your lipo BBL. And check out our Amazon storefront. If you guys have any questions, ask us down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more videos on all things plastics.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.